Hey guys, Austin here with the Frowny Fitness. Today we're going to talk about how to maximize your workout. All right, a lot of people go to the gym, but sometimes they may not be getting the most out of their time at the gym. So that's what this video is going to be about. All right, first thing is first, you have to focus on form, not strength. All right, a lot of people want to push as much weight as possible because it makes them feel good, because it makes them feel strong, makes them feel superior. But if you're not focusing on form, you may not be hitting the right muscles, okay? There could be a couple of things going on. If your form is not right, number one, it could lead to injury. The last thing that you want to do if you're trying to make progress in the gym is get yourself injured and then have to take time off. You're not going to make progress that way, all right? And secondly, when you're working your muscles, you have to make sure that your form is correct so that the muscles you're trying to work are actually being hit. Your body doesn't know what you're trying to do when you get under that bar. It doesn't know what muscles you're trying to work. So you have to get set up in the perfect form so that those muscles are fully engaged and so that they're expanding and contracting every time that you do a repetition, all right? So focus on form, not strength. If you try and go too heavy, a lot of times your form is hindered, your rep range is shortened, you won't go all the way up or you won't go all the way down. You'll be hitting the wrong areas, so you won't actually be working the muscle you're trying to work. Don't be afraid to lighten the weight a little bit, focus on form, and listen to your body, all right? Number two, this is the most important one. You have to make a mind-muscle connection. This is the biggest part that people miss out on, guys. And it's not just as simple as, oh, I'm focusing on the muscle. You really have to mentally focus on whatever muscle you're working. All right, for example, if I'm working my chest, the second I lift that bar off the platform, I'm focusing on, number one, how do I get in position so that my chest is being activated? Number two, as I'm going down, is my chest stretching? Am I feeling it all in my chest the entire way down? As I'm coming back up, is my chest contracting and getting it tighter? Am I feeling it all in my chest on the way up? Is there any point in that range of motion where I feel the tension slipping from my chest into my shoulder or into my arm? If so, how can I reposition myself to put the tension where I want it to be? All right, if you're not really paying attention every single rep, you're just kind of lifting it up and going through the motions as fast as you can, you're not making a mind-muscle connection, and that can severely hinder your results. A lot of people don't know, but when you go to the gym, the whole point is you want to break the muscle down so that it's forced to rebuild bigger and stronger, okay? That is why your body changes, is because when you go to the gym, you break your muscles down, and then your body says, hey, you broke all this muscle tissue down, I have to spend the next 2 or 3 days rebuilding it. I'm going to rebuild it stronger so that the next time you come and do this, it doesn't break down as easy. Well, if you're not focusing on that mind-muscle connection and that tension is being shifted off of that muscle, your muscle's not going to break down, you're not going to grow, you're not going to get strength from it, your body's not going to have a reason to change if you're not breaking the muscle down. All right? And a lot of times what your body will do is your body will sense that that muscle is about to break down. It's like, hey, you've just done so many sets on your chest, this muscle can't handle this anymore. We're going to automatically shift attention to a different area so that this muscle doesn't break down. So sometimes even if you get set up with the perfect form, if you're not paying attention to the mind-muscle connection the entire time, your body will automatically override your form and it'll start to kick in other areas to do the work to prevent that muscle from breaking down because your body doesn't want to work the next 2 or 3 days to rebuild it. You do want that. So you have to kind of fight against your body and really pay attention. And if you feel that your body is shifting the tension somewhere else, you need to make a really quick correction. All right, that is how you get the most efficiency out of your workouts. That's how you get the best bang for your buck when you're trying to work a certain muscle. That's how you prevent injury. And that's how you're really able to push those muscles to fatigue. All right, and then lastly, you really want to focus on increasing your intensity. All right, a lot of times people get complacent, they get put in a place where they feel like they've hit their maximum and then they stay there. Think of when you first start. Think of it if you're a runner, okay? You first start out and you run 1 mile, and 1 mile is really, really hard. Well then, you do that for a month and all of a sudden a mile's easy. Imagine if you just stayed running that mile for the rest of your life. You'd never be above that standard of just that mile, right? You have to raise those standards because now your body is built up to be able to handle that mile, so now it's easy for you. It's the same thing in the weight room. If you get to a point where you're not raising your standards and increasing that intensity and pushing yourself past your comfort zone, your body has no reason to make any more changes because it's fully equipped to handle whatever you're putting it through. So you have to constantly increase the intensity, challenge yourself, push yourself outside of your comfort zone, try to make yourself do things that you don't think that you can do. Because number one, that's going to set that bar higher, but it's going to feel amazing knowing that you just did an accomplishment that you didn't think that you could achieve, right? So 3 things: focus on your form, not your strength. Focus on creating a mind-muscle connection, and focus on increasing your intensity and constantly raising your standards during your workouts. If you have any questions, as always, please feel free to reach out to me. Austyn at Austyn Fitness.